Caleb Williams is the reigning Heisman winner and a highly regarded NFL prospect from USC. Williams has received remarkable evaluations from many scouts around the NFL and drawn some pretty lofty comparisons to the likes of Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. After a hot start to the season, I wanted to take a look at the future number one overall pick and break down what we've seen from him already. So today we're going to be looking at USC and their Week 1 matchup versus Nevada, so let's get right into it. On this first play, we're going to be looking at the slant at the top of the screen. The corner lined up across from him is going to be hot off the edge, and the safety is going to pick up the slant. Williams' eyes are going to go straight to the left and come back to the right. He sees the corner hot off the edge. Generally, when you're hot off the edge, this is where you want to go with the ball, and Williams knows this. He knows that he has to get this ball to the slant, but he can't here. He gives a pump fake, pulls the ball back down, and at this point, the corner has Williams dead to rights on what should be a sack. What happens next is what makes Williams such a special player. He's going to retreat, use a stiff arm, and maintain separation before rolling to the right and making an absurd throw just before getting out of bounds and getting this ball to the receiver along this right sideline. We will see it all again from the end zone angle. This was a sensational play by Williams early in the game. Moving on to the next play, we're going to be faced with a zero look from the defense, which is man-to-man across the board, and everyone else is trying to get home for the sack, so no safety help and no one over the top for the defense. On this play, we're going to be getting this ball to this corner route at the bottom of the screen for the touchdown. The defensive back guarding this corner route actually has outside leverage pre-snap, but he gives it up to square him up at the stem of the route. Williams gets to the back of the drop, gets a nice, strong base under him, all of his cleats in the ground, and gets this ball out on time before pressure is able to get to him. This ball is thrown with great touch and accuracy to the back pylon with a great drop angle, and here we'll see it from the end zone angle again. Excellent play by Williams to stay calm and defeat the zero look by the defense. The next play actually really works out in the offense's favor, and I'm going to show you why. On this one, we're going to be hot again from the corner from Williams' right edge. The play design here, though, is actually going to be schemed to get the ball to this sneak flat that I like to call a torpedo route coming across the field behind the line of scrimmage. This corner actually makes the receiver's life a lot easier on this play and ends up getting himself blocked. Williams does a nice job here of securing a high snap and getting this ball to his tight end and letting him do the rest by getting some yards after the catch. Easy pitch and catch here for Williams. On the next play, once again, we're going to be faced with a zero blitz, and Williams is once again going to sniff it out and beat it. At the snap, he's going to look to the receiver on this short little hitch route, and initially doesn't like it because he sees this corner closing in on him. Williams holds the ball for a touch longer, and his receiver is going to end up turning this hitch route into more of an in route, and Williams is going to find him over the middle for a touchdown. Again, Williams beats zero and has great placement on his receiver to hit him in stride to maximize yards after the catch on this one. Also, this is a really nice sidearm release to manipulate the arm angles. Great play on this one. On the next play, we get to see some of what Williams brings to the table as a rusher. At the back of his drop, there isn't somewhere to go with the ball, and one edge defender is going to be crashing on this run fake, while the other is going to get two vertical on the outside to contain, leaving a parting of the seas here between them. Williams sees it and doesn't hesitate. He tucks the ball and runs for a 40-plus yard gain. Williams isn't an elite rusher like a Lamar Jackson or a Josh Allen mold, but he has great vision and has above-average athleticism to make plays like this on occasion when he isn't accounted for in the run game. The next play is going to be a very simple one, but Williams executes it perfectly. We have an RPO in the backfield to draw these intermediate defenders towards the line of scrimmage. If they come, we have the shallow post one-on-one to the field. If they stay, we hand this ball off as we're going to have the numbers advantage in the run game. As we see, this defensive back is going to creep into the box, and Williams is going to pull this ball. Williams gets this ball out with excellent timing and anticipation to the post. The receiver isn't even out of his break yet, and Williams is separating his arm to make this throw. Williams doesn't even have to set his feet to get this one out. Easy read, but Williams executed it at a very high level with great anticipation. On the next one, we're going to see more playmaking from Williams at the back of his drop. He doesn't have an outlet to go with the ball, so he's going to climb the pocket and escape to the right. On the rollout, he sees this boundary wide receiver one-on-one on the outside, pushing vertically up the field. Williams is going to signal for this receiver to work his way back towards the ball, and as soon as he sees this receiver plant his feet to come back towards Williams, he rips this ball up the sideline for a nice gain outside of structure, keeping this offense clicking. Great recognition and operation by Williams outside of the structure of this play. Outstanding. The next play is a touchdown, and again we're going to be showing impressive operation outside of the structure of this offense. He's going to be getting this ball and initially looking to the left to this fade and speed out combination. For my liking, I actually like the speed out here. His eyes are clearly to this side of the field, but I think he ends up getting hyper focused on this fade, which is something that he tends to do in chasing the big play, which has resulted in him overlooking some shorter, underneath passes that keep the offense on schedule. But considering how this play ends, I can't really argue with the results on this one. Williams ends up showing next level understanding, as when he gets to the back of his drop, he has good protection, but he's actually going to give ground and backpedal, allowing these edges to take the outside shoulder of their tackles. Once they do so and work upfield, he climbs the pocket, rolls out right, eludes his defender, and continues to scramble to find his receiver at the goal line for the touchdown. I do think he turns down the speed out at the top of the screen, but as crazy as it is to say, a player as talented as Williams is able to get away with things like this, and it's honestly at a regular basis because of how talented and savvy he is as a player. Really well done by Williams on this one. Just a massive, massive play for the offense. On this last play that I grabbed from this game, I want to show how smart Williams is on top of all the physical talents that he has. On this one, we're going to be targeting this fade route at the bottom of the screen. The fade is going to be wide open because the defender sits on this route and gets his feet stuck in the mud and reacts late. The safety isn't in position to help because at the snap, Williams is going to use his eyes to hold this safety. Once he sees the safety open his hips to run to the fade, his eyes snap right to the fade and he rips a beautiful deep ball to the fade for the touchdown. This was a great play by Williams to use his eyes to hold the safety and allow his receiver time to stack this defender and create separation to turn this into a massive touchdown. At the end of the day, Caleb Williams is the full package, both physically and mentally, and he's going to become a franchise quarterback in the NFL sooner rather than later. Through 3 games, Williams boasts a 77.5% completion percentage, 878 yards, and 12 touchdowns through the air, to go along with 109 yards and a touchdown on the ground with no interceptions, and a 3-0 record to go on top of all of that. Williams is a sensational prospect, and at this point, he's going to be in the Heisman consideration once again, and he has a good chance to win it in back-to-back years and enter the history books as only the second player to do so, with Archie Griffin in the 1970s being the only other to have accomplished that feature. I really look forward to watching Caleb Williams' Week 3 matchup versus Colorado to see him go head-to-head with the Sanders family, and I hope you check it out as well. As for this video, that's all I have for you on this one. Thanks for checking it out. Let me know your thoughts on Caleb Williams in the comments or on Twitter or X, whatever it is to you. If you like this video, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, hitting the bell to get the notifications for when we drop new content, and giving us a follow on Twitter or X, again, whatever you call it. I'm trying to get more active on there as the time goes on, and the DMs are always open, so please hit me up out there. I always look to interact with you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Till next time, peace.